get to the money. Gotta get to the money. Early morning, so you know that I'm on it. So you know that I'm on it. Gotta make sure that my family straight. Gotta make sure that the kids in there. Gotta make sure that the bills is paid. And then let's get to the money. Get to the money. Early morning, so you know that I'm on it. And gotta make sure that my family straight. Gotta make sure that the kids in there. Gotta make sure that the bills is paid. And then let's get to the money. Get to the money.
Welcome to another episode of Drinking After Dark, a podcast where we discuss random topics while having a few drinks. I'm your host, Darius, and as always, drink responsibly. And y'all make sure y'all follow Drinking After Dark podcast on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and y'all make sure y'all like and subscribe to Drinking After Dark podcast YouTube channel. Tonight, y'all know what I'm drinking on. I'm drinking on that Crown Vanilla, mixing it with Dr. Pepper cream soda. And before we get started, I'd like to give a huge shout out to my sponsor, Joe Shakinab and Shakinab.com. Go visit Shakinab.com for services, monthly updates, and contact information. Once again, visit Shakinab.com, promoting leadership and scholarship. So tonight, man, we got a great episode going on right now. There's some things I'm going to talk about, sports, the latest movie I've seen, and just some things that's just been going on. First and foremost, I just want to say thanks for everybody who's supporting the podcast. Continue to tell your friends and family about Drinking After Dark podcast. You can listen on, you can watch and listen on YouTube, or you could go to Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. Man, tell your friends and family about it. I want to make this thing one of the best podcasts out there. So, just go ahead and, man, spread the word, man. I really appreciate it. Doesn't cost anything just to spread the word. Just tell your friends and family about it. And let's make this podcast one of the best podcasts on the planet. Let's get into it, man. Y'all know playoffs is right here. We're now in the playoffs now. I can't wait. Last week, I felt like Giannis should be MVP. I'm gonna give y'all my predictions right now. Who I think is gonna come out each conference. Out the West, I gotta go with Phoenix. Out the West, I think they're the more complete team. Now, I would say my sleeper is Golden State. I think when Steph gets back, and I think everybody is in that playoff mode because, the season is 82 games. Everybody's, now rejuvenated because now it's the playoffs, which you get to play like every other day. My sleeper team is Golden State, so I won't be surprised if they come out the West, but Phoenix is my team to come out the West. In the Eastern Conference, there's a lot going on. In the Eastern Conference, but I have Milwaukee coming out the East for the simple fact that I think Milwaukee has more weapons. They play better defense, and I don't think Kyrie and KD is going to carry this Bucks team. Carry this Nets team, not the Bucks, but carry this Nets team past the Bucks if they are to play. So my team right now is the Milwaukee Bucks to come out the East. So we will see a rematch of last year's finals between the Phoenix Suns and the Milwaukee Bucks. And if I had to choose one team to win it all, I would have to go with Milwaukee because I think Giannis is more unstoppable than any other player in the league. He's just that dominant of a player. So that's my predictions. We're going to wait and see how each series plays out because, just because you have a team winning, whatever playoff series is going on, that doesn't mean necessarily going to happen. So things can change. So we're just going to wait and see how things go in terms of, round by round. That's the way I do it. I don't do game by game like the analysts do on TV because that's what they have to do. They have to talk about it. But round by round, we'll see with the matchups. And we all know when it comes to basketball, it's all about matchups. We'll see. And then I'll give you more of my take later. But first round, we're just gonna wait and see, and then I'll give you my opinions later on down the line. Uh, Moving on. Me and my family went to go see Sonic 2. We went to go see Sonic 2. I wanted to talk about this because as a kid, if you're a kid like me, my age, I'm 34 years old. Uh, Sonic was part of our childhood. I mean, if you watch the cartoons back then, of course, you played the video games. It's part of our childhood. The first one was cool. I liked the second one. Um, I'm not going to spoil it for you. If you haven't watched it, I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to say that it was a great movie. I enjoyed it. My daughter enjoyed it. So it was just a great movie. Overall, Jim Carrey is still an amazing, amazing actor. Um, he certain like here's the thing about Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey, when you see him do roles, you say that's the guy that can only do that role. I think the only person maybe that could rival him if he was still alive was Robin Williams. That's just my opinion. But in terms of what Jim Carrey brings to the table, I can't see nobody else doing that but him. From The Mask to the Ace Ventura movies to Dumb and Dumber, uh, Fun with Dick and Jane, Me, Myself, Irene. Movies like that. He's the only person that I could see doing those roles. So, he was amazing in this movie. There's some people in this movie. Idris Elba played Knuckles, which was great. You have Knuckles. I'm not going to spoil the ending for you, but it was just an overall great movie. I recommend it. I recommend it. Go watch it if you're a fan of Sonic. If your kids want to go watch it, have a family night, take your kids to the movies, go see it because it's amazing. It's an amazing movie, and I'll recommend it to anybody. Anybody out there who is a fan of Sonic, who grew up on Sonic, like my generation, we grew up on Sonic. So, yeah, go ahead and go get you a ticket. I know this is a Good Friday, we're Easter weekend, so if you have time, even take some more of your relatives out to the movies. Go check the movie out. I definitely recommend it, and you won't be disappointed. You definitely won't be disappointed in this movie. Man, that's good. Next thing I want to get into, basically, there's some things going on. There's some things that's been going on. You hear the news. I mean, there's a lot of bad things that's been going on in the news. Prayers out to all the victims in New York with the mass shooting in New York. It's just a lot that's going on right now. Every time you turn on the news, it's something bad that's always happening. It's a shame to see it. It's a shame to see it. We saw it in I think Sacramento. It was like a couple of weeks ago, Sacramento. So it's too much going on right now. Just got to keep the peace, man. Put down the guns, stop the violence, man. Let's just, let's be at peace. I know that's easier said than done, but it's just too much going on. Too much going on. You have people all on social media talking about politics. They're upset. That's why I don't talk about politics on my platform, because you got a lot of people out there who are already biased. They believe what they believe in, and they're going to stick to it. They never going to see the other side, whether you're for the left or for the right. You're never going to see the other side. So you're always going to argue regardless. Whatever happens, you have people who are for Ketanji Brown Jackson for the Supreme Court as a Supreme Court justice. You have some people who are against it, right? It's just how it is. You know, people are going to be for it or against whatever that they don't believe in, and they're going to argue whatever points. It's just that by the end of the day, we all getting screwed around. That's what it is. We all get screwed around, and it's just how I don't know how other countries work, but this country that we live in, United States of America, it's just how it is. It's just how it is. It's part of the culture here. So, just you know, I my understanding is this, right? Okay, no, I'm not gonna get too much into politics, but my thing is, okay, if you are a Republican, okay, you are a Democrat, so be it, right? You vote based on what you believe in. Regardless who the candidate is, you're probably gonna vote for that person because they represent the party you believe in. That's just how it is, right? But I never understood why we just don't get the most qualified person for a position, regardless of party affiliation. I just don't understand that. So I'm just like, are we putting the right people in because we truly believe that they're better fit for a position? Or is the fact that we don't want, we're not trying to get them to basically force their political beliefs on the entire country? I don't understand it. I don't get it. That's why I don't talk about it as much. We all know there's so much money involved in politics. There's too much influence and power, and it's a crazy game to be a part of, right? And you have some people who are for the people, and you got a lot of people who are for the money. I mean, unfortunately, that's what this country is based on: capitalism, greed, selfishness. That's this country, and I could say pretty much the world itself that we live in, this planet we call Earth. That's the way I look at it. So, but regardless, man, we all have to work together. If we want to keep moving forward, we have to work together, man. Let's not argue with each other. Let's try to take what's best from both sides and work together to make things happen. This what I'm about to talk about next. This has been kind of heavy on my heart. No, I'm a type of guy that's very private. I don't really get into how I feel and stuff like that. Because I always felt like, it's really nobody else's business how I feel. I don't really open up to people. I pretty much just stay quiet, just do what I do and keep it moving. But I was actually having a conversation with a friend of mine, and we were just talking about what we can do to help each other, those who have something going, whether it's a business, whether it's, music, whether it's platforms like, podcasts and things like that. And it's kind of funny how people work so hard to build something for nobody to show them love or appreciation, right? Support is the biggest factor that anybody can have. And it's not always, money. It's telling, just spreading the word for somebody else. I can't even lie. With this platform, I have people who show me love consistently, and those are the people I'm going to continue to rock with. Then you have others who don't really pay much, attention to the platform, which I don't mind either. But my thing is, you might not pay attention to the platform, but somebody might want to. So what does it hurt to really just, spread the name of somebody's business or an artist or somebody who has a platform like a podcast or, whatever. What's wrong with, sharing that information, helping them build their brand? Because a lot of times, people are not going to make money up front anyway. So they trying to work towards everything on the back end and trying to grow and make it, the best product as they possibly can. And I know from my experience, I have, friends who support this podcast. I have family support this podcast, but I also have family who don't support the podcast. I have people who know me don't support the podcast, and I can't really deal with them like that. And I'm not saying that you have to listen to the podcast. What I'm saying is that, just tell somebody about it. Don't be scared to tell somebody about, something positive that's going on. Somebody's doing something. Maybe you should check it out. And then if they don't really rock with it, cool. But spread the word. If you spread the word, then it'll help them. You know what I'm saying? It will help them out a whole lot. But you got too many people who think they're in competition with one another, even though you're not in the same industry as somebody. But you still don't want to see that person succeed because you haven't. That's another thing too. Have you ever noticed that people who are successful will always help somebody and people who are not won't do it? Not saying like it's like this. If we're on the same level, right? You might be in the you might have your own vape shop. This guy might be a rapper. This person probably has their own podcast. This one probably has, is an author who's writing their own book. This one might sell, body oils or, something to do with the body, right? Or hair products or something like that. Why can't we all just push each other's names out there? I never understood why it's so hard for us just to give a shout out to somebody. Why can we do that? Why can we not do that? Do we not want to see success? Because I'm gonna be honest with you, that's something I'm going through right now myself, with this platform of mine. And you find out a lot of people has heard about your platform. They hear about it. They just don't want to really show you the love because some people are probably just jealous of you. Some people are, they don't want to see you make it. They're not in a position themselves to actually be successful. I'm not talking about just monetary things. I'm talking about being at a place that, you're at right now that's you far ahead from where you used to be. That's what I'm talking about. But you have a lot of those people who don't want to support you. And if they don't want to support you, that's cool. Right. But don't tell somebody you're rocking with somebody and you're not doing something to help them grow. But yet you could go give somebody else attention that somebody you definitely don't know. Support them, somebody or her that you definitely don't know. And yet, why not support the person that you're either kin to or you're friends with? Whatever. Why not support them? Why go someplace else that really don't care about you or even don't even care about the community they're all about taking? And you want to flash that stuff all through social media, want to look good for the public and all that stuff. A lot of these places don't care about you. It's a business. So if you don't give a shout out to somebody, give them a shout out. Like for me, right? My platform is giving somebody else a place where they can come on and just promote themselves. See what I'm saying? Now, in terms of advertising, want to advertise on the podcast, yeah, we could discuss details on that in terms of advertising. But if you want to come on, you want to have a drink or two with me, we could talk about different things. You want to, if you want to go and promote something that you have going on, man, you're more than welcome to come on the podcast. More than welcome. Because here's the thing, a lot of people won't even have a platform to even do an interview, right? They won't even have that, spread the name and stuff like that. This is like one of the real reasons why I started this podcast, was not only to connect with other people, but give people a platform to come on and really truly promote themselves. But at the same time, you got a lot of people who ain't gonna rock with it. And you know what? You ain't gotta be around them. But you can always keep that door open. You can always keep that door open and basically say, you know what, if you want to come onto the platform, you want to talk with me, you know, you want to have fun, you know, drink a little or something like that. Cool. But for those people, I know, and here's the thing about it, people know who you are. They're paying attention. Don't get discouraged of, you know, people who know who you are and they're not sharing or doing anything like that. Right. Like what somebody say? Some is an analogy they use like on social media. Like when you put up stories or something like that, you know how many people view your stories, but at the same time, how many people actually would share or tag other people about, yeah, you know, stuff like that. They don't share it, they don't tag other people about this platform and all of that stuff. Why not? That's why, like with me, no, I'm always gonna keep that door open. I'm always gonna keep that door open. Because I just feel like my platform is different from others. I believe in my platform. I believe that this thing could be one of the best podcasts in the world. But at the same time, you know, I'm working on. It's all about the type of people, the right person listening, the right person sharing, the right person telling other people about the platform. Because the moment when that person make it big, you're gonna have people that's gonna come back around and try to get onto your platform. And by that time, it's too late. It's too late. Because then you're so busy with your platform, everybody, you already have your dates and everything filled up to where I can't help you. You know, in the beginning, that's what you're trying to do, but now you move past it because you're growing, growth. That's what everybody trying to get to, growth. We could do that by supporting each other. You know, so, you know, if you out there, you watching this, you like to come on the podcast, man, you want to drink with your boy, you know, talk about whatever, as long as it's not politics or religion, um, we could do that. If you have something that you want to promote, you know, you want to come on the podcast and promote it, man, come on the podcast and promote it. And also, man, if you want to advertise on the podcast, man, just send a DM to Drinking After Dark Podcast, Facebook page or Instagram page, and we'll discuss details. So that's just that's just how I see it. You know, I have this like I could tell you right now, my Facebook and my Instagram pages, it's hard for me to grow. But yeah, my TikTok page is consistently growing at a steady pace. You know, at a steady pace. So that's why I gotta post everywhere. Like I can't just post here and not there, not there. I gotta post everywhere because you know you have to spread the name. I have to continue to spread the name Drinking After Dark podcast, right? And I'm gonna tell you one thing, it just takes, you know, some luck. Like I work hard on this. I work hard on this. And you know, it does take some luck for, you know, something like that to pop off. Right? It could be a celebrity to come on my podcast, right? That bring that type of attention to the podcast. Now everybody want to follow suit. Right? Like if I had my choice of like celebrities I would like to have on my podcast, I discussed it before. But man, I would love to have Shaquille O'Neal on my podcast. I would love to have Michael B. Jordan on the podcast. I would definitely love to have somebody a like a Rihanna or Beyonce, even like a Jay-Z or Master P or like Puff. I like, you know, guys like that. You know what I mean? I love to have guys like that on my podcast, right? It could be, anybody. They don't necessarily have to be black either. They could be white, like Jim Carrey. Seriously, like Jim Carrey. I would like to have him on the podcast if he's listening. I'll definitely like to have like Dolly Parton. I'm a Tennessee boy. Dolly Parton's from Tennessee, right? And also from Tennessee, like if I could get like 3 6 Mafia on the podcast, that would be cool too. So it's just like Steve Carell, man, like guys I watch, you know, the Kevin Hart's, Michael Ealy's, um, it's just so many, I can't name them all, but so many people that, even like a Lorenz Tate, like people don't even talk about it, like Lorenz Tate. Hey, you're more than welcome to come on the podcast. A Terrence Howard, um, Tay Diggs, Morris Chestnut, Sanaa Lathan, Anthony Anderson. There's some other guys out there. If I know the face, don't know your real name, but I know what you played in. This guy was in Law and Order. He was a psychologist on Law and Order. He was also in Oz. He was also in Oz too. Next time I'll have the name figured out, but I want to go with that. I want to have a mixture of, celebrities and like people that probably won't even get that recognition or be on the platform to really, expand, their brands or whatever. That's what this, platform is all about. And here's the thing, you gotta like I'm out and about, I'm meeting people. I'm trying to set up things. I'm going to set up things. I'm not gonna say I'm going to set up things for the future. Because I ain't gonna sit and lie, man. I'm trying to make it myself, man. I'm trying to be in a better situation than where I'm in right now. That's facts. I'm trying to get my wife and my daughter and myself into a whole better situation. Not just barely being ahead, but being able to live and live so comfortably that I don't have to worry about finances. Because that's what it's all boiled down to. Unfortunately, that's what it is money, right? It's all about money. And, you've seen what's going on with the housing market. Rent is going through the roof. Now they want you to have 3 times, 4 times the rent and stuff like that. You have companies who are not really hiring college graduates like that. I mean, you won't believe how many people are who are like, they're saying like, I got a college degree, but I can't find a job. I could tell you why you can't find a job. For one, they're not hiring college graduates because they know they'll have to pay more out of pocket. So they would rather have a high school graduate train them to do a job that you already been trained to do and pay them less money. So when they train them, they only know the tip of the iceberg, but they don't have the expertise as you have, but they don't want to pay you for it. Somebody says sometimes, like, if you take away certain degrees, right? You take away, you want to be a doctor, lawyer, engineer, computer science, even engineer. All the other degrees, you're probably well off not having. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I have a college degree myself. And it is so hard for me to get even get into a marketing department. So when I'm doing stuff, and I've been a consultant, I'm still doing the consulting thing. So when I get a call or something, I'm on that because, honestly, I can't really turn down the project. I just can't do it. But even with this, platform that I have right now, this give me an opportunity to use my skills, to say, okay, can I really do this? Because nobody else is going to give you that opportunity. And a lot of times you have to create opportunities for yourself. And a lot of people, they're comfortable working for somebody else, being told how much they're gonna get paid and all that stuff. That's cool. But if that's not for you, and you feel like you could do a whole lot better, go do better. Go do better. Because see, my thing is with this platform, I already have a vision of what I want this to be. I'm not going to talk about it because I don't want nobody to take my vision and use it for their benefit. But I know I have this vision that I have. Because right now, the stuff I'm going through is not cool at all. It's not cool at all. And it sucks. It sucks. And, when they say things could get better, I don't know when. I really don't know when. So we just gotta wait and see. Some things you could try to make happen, but unfortunately, you gotta be dependent on other people to help you make things happen too. Because nobody's gonna be able to, make it on their own without some help. That's the thing. I mean, in order for you to really get to a place where you want to be, work hard, but it gotta be some luck involved. It gotta be some luck involved because a lot of times when you see people get with the right, even just one person that could guide you in that direction to get to where you want to get to, it's all it takes. But some people, they don't want to do that. They don't want to. And that's an unfortunate part. That's an unfortunate part that we live in. And that's, how can we get somewhere if we don't support each other? That's all I'm saying. How can we get to where we really want to get to if we don't support each other? So if anything else, do what you can to support that person, right? If you could share content from other people that you don't know, you could share a product that a friend or family is selling. Not necessarily, you could buy it as well, but also share that information. And when you share it, tag other people in it as well, right? If this person got a book that's coming out, share it, right? Just share it. It's okay. It's okay. You're not in competition with somebody. You're in competition with yourself. Do that. Tag other people. Just don't share it. Tag other people. Let them know about your platform. Right? Like I'll tell you this. I had a goal last month. Last month was my birthday. And I had a goal that I wanted to achieve. And it was to get 1,000 followers on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Right? Check this out. Facebook and Instagram, I didn't reach that goal. I'm nowhere near that goal, even right now. On TikTok, I have reached my goal and some. So, and the crazy thing about it is, it's not the people that know me. You know what I'm saying? If you know me, you rocking with me, support, man. Why not? That's why I understand why you don't want to see people that you're close to succeed. I just don't understand that at all. Why are you not doing what you can to make see? Because this is what they're trying to do. That's what they're trying to accomplish, and you can see that they're serious about it. So why are you not out there help spreading the word? If you got some food in your hand, they ask you where you got it from, tell them. Just tell them. It's okay. It's okay. Everybody's not meant to be business owners, entrepreneurs, they're not meant to be that. But everybody can spread the word for somebody. So if you out there, man, you listen to this podcast, you watching this podcast, man, spread this word. Because I'm telling you right now, one day I'm going to blow up. One day, this podcast is going to be really big. It's going to be a big deal one day. I'm claiming it right now. It's going to be a very big deal. And I'm going places with this. I'm telling you right now, for me, I'm putting it out there. I'm going places with this podcast. Not only with this podcast, but as a marketing consultant, you know, I'm going places with that too. I'm going to put it out there. Or even if I get a job working in the marketing department where I really know marketing is my passion, and I love doing this as well because this also gives me another platform to really do something fun and exciting. That's why I'm going to continue to do this. I'm going to put that out there too. I'm going to put it out there. Because I would hate to have my education go to waste. Like they say they can't take it from you, but it can also go to waste. So don't waste the education. Even though they can't take it from you, don't waste it. But look, this has been a great episode. This has been a great episode. I have somebody coming on later on in the month, which that episode will be uploaded the first Friday of May. So y'all stay tuned for that. Also, be sure to follow Drinking After Dark podcast on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. Also, you can listen to Drinking After Dark podcast on YouTube, which you should go and like and subscribe to. Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. If you want to be a guest on the podcast, if you want to advertise on the podcast, send a DM to Drinking After Dark podcast on Facebook or Instagram, and I'll give you details. I'm Darius from Drinking After Dark podcast. Until next time, people, we out. Peace.
Gotta get to the money. Gotta get to the money. Early morning, so you know that I'm on it. So you know that I'm on it. Gotta make sure that my family straight. Gotta make sure that the kids and me. Gotta make sure that the bills is paid. And then let's get to the money. Get to the money. Early morning, so you know that I'm on it. And gotta make sure that my family straight. Gotta make sure that the kids deny. Gotta make sure that the bills is paid. And then let's get to the money. Get to the money.